If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 live on Channels Television Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Supreme Court affirms the elections of Governors Ikpeazu, Ishaku, Okowa and Bello in the March 9th governorship polls in Abia, Taraba, Delta and Niger states. Nigerian Air Force takes anti-terror campaign to Kusuma on the fringes of the Lake Chad, destroys ISWAP structures and vows to sustain campaign in the northeast. EFCC acting chairman insists more corrupt persons will be convicted this year, pledges to reopen the investigation of former River State Governor Dr. Peter Odili. And US President Donald Trump threatens fresh sanctions against Iran as he breaks silence on the country's reprisal following the killing of Iranian Army General Qasem Soleimani by US drone strike. Plus, business, sports, news from Abuja, the FCT, and later from our studios in London. Our website, channelstv.com, has more information for you on our top stories and others. Subscribe and watch Channels Television's live stream on YouTube and other social media platforms using your mobile device browser, or download the Channels TV app for Android and iOS devices from their respective stores. You can also watch us via your smart TV platforms on Apple TV, Android TV, Fire TV, and Roku TV. We continue with security stories. 2 operatives of the Nigerian Customs Service and some civilians have been abducted by bandits along Jibia Batsari Road in Katsina State. Eyewitnesses say the bandits carried out the attack using about 20 motorcycles and shooting sporadically before whisking away the men amongst several other civilians. The Customs Service spokesperson, Mr. Joseph Attar, confirmed to Channels Television that an inspector and a customs assistant serving at the Federal Operation Unit Zone B Command were abducted, but all efforts are in place to rescue the victims. A similar attack was carried out in some communities in Niger State where no fewer than 4 people were feared killed, while a chief imam and 20 others were reportedly abducted in an attack by bandits on Beni community in a Munya local government area of the state. Although the state police public relations officer said the command was yet to receive reports on the incident, residents of the community insist that the attack occurred this morning. This is coming days after bandits ambushed and killed a military captain as well as 4 other officers in the same local government area. The district head of the community, Mr. Jafaru Salki, who confirmed the incident to our correspondent, said about 50 bandits went from house to house, forcefully taking people's valuables, including cattle. He adds that those who sustained gunshot wounds are currently receiving treatment at the General Hospital. Now let's get more security stories from Linda in the nation's capital.
Hello, Melinda. Welcome to Abuja. Now we'll continue with security stories, as it seems the police is bracing to address some of the challenges at hand. The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Mohammed Adamu, believes that modern-day crime prevention requires a new approach due to the evolving and dynamic nature of crime. That explains why he's asking newly promoted police officers to redouble their efforts in ensuring the security of lives and property in the country. The police chief also reaffirms the commitment of the police force to provide adequate and effective security for everyone, in addition to rewarding deserving officers and men of the force who excel in their areas of service.
The rapidly changing dynamics of crime and the attendant increasing threat to security requires quality police managers that have the requisite professional knowledge, experience and competency to effectively provide leadership directed at managing such internal security threats. The impact of this is that any organization that does not or delays in recognizing the potentials of its personnel and rewarding them by promoting those eligible as at when due stands the risk of retaining crops of highly demotivated officers who will not be optimally dedicated to the standards and goals of the institutions. It is in cognizance of this that I have, since my appointment as the Inspector General of Police, been collaborating effectively with the Police Service Commission and ensuring that appropriate processes are in place to identify, and promptly elevate deserving officers with unblemished service records for promotion. Crime, as you know, is a dynamic and increasingly complex phenomenon, and the nation demands of your high level of loyalty, courage, and professional competence needed to move the Nigeria police and indeed the nation to the next level in relation to internal security.
Meanwhile, the police in Lagos State has warned that it will no longer be business as usual for any motor park involved in the breakdown of law and order. This warning became imperative soon after the shutdown of Berger Garage in Ojodu Local Government Area Council of Lagos over leadership rivalry. Speaking with Channels Television, the Commissioner of Police, Hakeem Odumosu, explains that union leaders in the state have been invited for dialogue.
The popular Berger Garage, the first port of call for travellers coming into Lagos and indeed a transit motor park to other parts of the commercial city. But the park has been shut, becoming the second to be closed down in the state, coming on the heels of the Aguda Surulere Motor Park, which also was shut down following a leadership crisis. Days after the clash, police returned to the motor park to deter further assemblage and crisis around the garage.
Both of them are both Elewedu and Alpha Sule. They are the past, the immediate past, and the current critical committee now. So are those that are loggerheads to themselves. So on 30th of last month now, so the argument between them. So Elewedu wants to stage a comeback forcefully. And Alpha Sule, that has been appointed officially by the critical committee now, resisted. That was what led to that. And they extended to the main road. So that night now they started to burn tires now. So, but it was a quick intervention because tell them, so that it's not going to be a bad image for the state and for the security going to the new year.
Commuters seem to be the ones bearing the brunt as they jostle to catch up with any available means of transportation by the roadside.
When I came here and I saw no vehicle, because I'm actually going to Aja, it's actually very, very stressful, very, very unbearable for those who are just coming into town. And I think this should be resolved in time.
I'm just coming back from traveling and I'm trying to get the bus from here to Yanokwaja. Right now, I cannot even get it. You just look, I'm just stressed out.
As the parks come alive again, police say 12 suspects have so far been arrested. Commuters will, however, want this crisis resolved to bring an end to the hardship they faced trying to catch up with buses at undesignated points.
The worrisome bloody clashes between herders and farmers may soon become a thing of the past as the umbrella organization of Fulani cattle rearers has banned its members from night grazing. This decision was taken at the annual general meeting of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, in Damaturu, the Yobe state capital, as measures to curb clashes with farmers. MACBAN has also banned grazing by minors and hawking of milk by teenage girls, which, according to the group, causes cultural abuse. Meanwhile, security agencies in Yobe State say they have put in place measures to avert further clashes and will apprehend any herdsman found grazing at night.
This is a decision that has been taken by the highest decision-making body of the association. So as it is taken here, it will go down the ladder, down to our members at the grassroots level. They will also be informed, they will also be sensitized against these three very important things. One is stopping night grazing, because we discover it's one of the things that is causing disaffection and trouble between the farmers and the pastoralists. And secondly, is allowing minors to go on grazing. Sometimes children will be fleeing, they won't know when animals will stray into people's farms and make distractions, and this also becomes a very serious problem sometimes.
Cattle rearers must guide their animals onto on-farmed lands, not onto farmed lands. Of course, bushes are there, grass are there, wild are there, the wilderness is there. Let them graze their animals in those on-farmed areas. But somebody who has farmed his land, that is not only mischievous, criminal. Deliberately, we have deliberated on it, we have discussed at it in exhaustively, and we have arrived at these solutions. And we are really implementing this decision we have taken, and we are trying to make sure that all those who are apprehended are prosecuted in terms of, in accordance with the laws of their land.
Moving on to anti-corruption issues, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission is insisting that the whistleblowing policy of the federal government is still active and will be strengthened to provide more protection for whistleblowers. EFCC Chairman Ibrahim Magu, however, wants the media to join hands with fighting corruption by providing useful information to security agencies. Mr. Magu, who was speaking during a working visit to the EFCC office in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, also promised that the agency will secure more convictions of corrupt persons this year. He said the commission would reopen the investigation of former Rivers State Governor Peter Odili.
We hope to record more convictions this year. More convictions. Like last year, we recorded the whole of EFCC. We recorded about 1,245 or so convictions. That is unprecedented. It has never happened before. The government is open, is ready to pay what is due to the whistleblower. And the government is working on the Whistleblower Act legislation to strengthen the position of the whistleblower. I'm sure this year we will conclude. The Whistleblower Act is coming that will give additional protection to the whistleblower. This is a year of decision. We have to agree to fight together. We must fight corruption. The fight against corruption must be whole. Everybody must be involved. The most effective strategy in fighting corruption is mobilize everybody. Let every Nigerian take ownership of the fight against corruption. And you are a very important stakeholder. You are a very important partner in the fight against corruption. Nobody can deny that. In fact, nothing is going to stop us. Even the issue of the court order allegedly obtained by Peter Odili and crew to stop the EFCC from investigating and prosecuting as is overtaken by event, even though the matter is still in the Supreme Court level. But I am telling you that judgment cannot stand the test of time. It cannot hold, and we are going to test it. We are going to go and conclude investigation. There are so many investigations we are doing, and we will take it before the court. Let the court refuse to prosecute that case.
When the News at 10 returns, U.S. Consul General to Nigeria, Claire Pierangelo, praises Nigeria's stock market, says the country is vital to the economic success of the African continent. That's on Business News. Join us again.